Hi, and welcome back to Bill's Cichlid Room. Well, it's that time of the month, the end of March 2023, so it's time to do the monthly vlog. Well, March 2023, it's been quite a good month for the fish room, really. We had a really successful auction, the North West Cichlid Group. So that was back in the first weekend of March. So I got a couple of new species of tetras to use as differ fish, but I didn't actually buy any more cichlids. Managed to move on quite a few cichlids, including most of the Paracrobus lewisellii, the Freda starlight. So I've got one left that I didn't put into the auction because its petrol fin was a little bit damaged, but that grew back quite well, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. And I've actually put some breeding pairs together, so we'll have a look at those, see whether I've had any success with them over the last few weeks. So the other thing that happened during March, I've actually hit the milestone of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a target that YouTube itself sets. So yeah, I'm really pleased. It almost feels like it's a proper channel now, now that I've met one of those targets. The other thing that I did during March as well, last week it was, I did a Q&A, so I asked if anyone had any questions for me. I'd do a Q&A. So yeah, I had the privilege of interviewing myself, which was all a bit of fun. So yeah, if you haven't watched that one, if you go over and watch it. But just one admission that I did do, I think it was the last question, and someone had asked me what other YouTube channels I watched. So I went through them all off the top of my head, but the one that I did miss, which is one of my favourite ones, is the Cichlid Dojo. So sorry Matt, sorry I forgot to mention you. As you know, I do watch all your videos, I do find them really interesting. I'd love to be over in the States and actually get some fry off you. But yeah, I was really remiss to miss it off. So yeah, hope this makes up for it. So let's get on with it and have a look at each tank. So the first tank to have a look at is this one. So this is the one that had the Paracrobus lewisellii in it. So I took all of those out of here now. I moved some of the decorations out of another tank and moved the fish into this one. So there's not actually that many fish in there. There's the Nicaraguense, so this was one of the babies that I actually managed to breed last year. There's a couple of female Amatelania minori. Is it 2 or 3 of them? And there's a couple of the Cutterai in there. Yeah, it's 3 minori. And I think it's 2 Cutterai in there, which I think are both females. So that's all that we've got in this tank at the moment. So yeah, it is primed for a couple of new species to go in there. But the problem is I'm actually going away on holiday towards the end of May, and I'm going away for 3 weeks. So I'm actually sort of trying to hold off getting any new species, because I've actually got my son coming round feeding the fish for me while we're away. So I'm trying to keep it as easy as possible for him and keep to as few tanks as possible. But yeah, these have all settled in quite well into the new environment. Yeah, they all seem to be doing quite well. The second tank to have a look at, no changes in here at all. So it's got a couple of the Fenestrati in there. It's got the pair of Nicaraguense, so they're the F1 pair. It's got the Festae, the Mesoheros Festae, so the 3 of those. So they're growing on really well. This is the one that I think might be a female, but we won't know till they get a little bit bigger. But all the black in the dorsal would tend to lean towards that way. The Neotropilus, the male Neotropilus, that's my original F1. I've only got like the one big size one left at the moment, so yeah, I'm not going to do much breeding with just him. But yeah, that's that tank. So this is the tank with the Amatelania nanulatus in it. So still no movement in there, still no more breeding activity that I can tell. So that's the male in the pot. Female under here. And it's got the 2 Skull Creek rainbow fish in there, which I've had for a while, but I've just moved into this tank to act as diver fish for them. So So yet still no luck with these going down breeding again. It is time. It's been like 3 months since last time they did anything. So hopefully during April. So this is the tank with the other pair of Nicaragua Gwents in it. Believe it or not, they actually did lay eggs last week, so I'll put some footage in that I managed to get of that around about now. So yeah, they were sitting on the eggs for a few days, and then there's this pot here. So yeah, they've all disappeared. I was half hoping that they'd actually took them behind these rocks and this bogwood here, but I haven't seen any sign over the last day or two. So yeah, they must have been eaten, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a spectacular pair, these. The other fish I've got in this tank, so these are the ones that I got from the auction. So there's the Black Widow tetras, the Brazilla tetras, and the group of 4 Corridorus. Seem to be a bit camera shy. Yeah, I was really pleased when these actually laid the eggs. So yeah, it's hopefully we like they will go again pretty soon, and we'll be able to get some of the youngsters off them. They might just have them in here. They might be behind the bogwoods. We'll know in a few days if they start swimming round. So this is the tank with the Cryptoheros spilaris, the Congo tetras, Pherectes passionis, and the Carulius. So the only thing that's changed in this tank over the last month is that, like, I've took a pair of the spilaris out to try and breed those, and the Nicaragua Gwents, they were in here as well, the pair that we just had a look at in the last tank. So yeah, these all seem to be getting on quite well. The female spilaris, so she's about ready to start breeding. So I've got 2 pairs in this tank. Female Pherectes. There's the male. Fantastic fish. So it looks like they might be getting ready to go again. So when they spawned a month or 2 ago, they actually like spawned round here in these rocks. There was actually wrigglers there, but I didn't have anywhere to put the wrigglers, so that I just left them to their own devices. But yeah, if they go again, hopefully I'll post some of them. So this is the tank with the Parachromis. As you can see, the fin's healing quite nicely. So yeah, almost back to normal. Cichlid fraki, which I believe is a female. I'll have to try and get hold of a male for her. And the rainbow cichlids. This is the original group. So yeah, they're getting they're quite old, these now, so they're about 3 years old now. No spawning activity off them for quite a while, to be fair, which I was putting down to the Cichlid. So there is a small group of the black Venezuela's Corridorus in here as well somewhere. So these are the two pairs that are set up. So this is the cutter eye, that's the male cutter eye. So the female's in there somewhere, probably hiding behind the filter because I'm sitting so close to the tank. So yeah, I would have thought that they would have spawned again by now, but yeah, no such luck unfortunately. So do a big water change over this weekend and that might just spare them into it. The tank next to it, so this is where I put the pair of Spilaris. So yeah, one of them's hiding under the heater. They are a bit small, these tanks. I thought they would have been big enough to actually get them spawning in, because they have spawned in here before. But yeah, it's what we're nearly 2 weeks in, and yeah, no joy. But yeah, give it another couple of weeks and see what happens. And if not, I'll put them back in the big tank, leave them for a little while, and then try again. Cutter eye, such an underrated cichlid. Look at the blue eyes on it. The cutter eye is actually the fish that I use in the logo. I don't know whether anyone's ever noticed. But yeah, that's what they are. It's a pair of cutter eye. So the last two tanks to have a look at. So this is the grow out tank. So this has got the chocolate cichlids in there. The Phorictes, I've actually put those in there, that they were in one of the small grow out tanks here. There's males and females in there. You see the females have got the spot in the dorsal. The males haven't, but it's not as pronounced. So I might have to go with breeding these again as well in a few months' time. Get back from holiday in June and go out fish shopping, see what I can get, and try and set some more breeding projects up. Chocolate cichlids, so they're coming on really, really well. If you remember last year when I was trying to breed the chocolate cichlids and I had like failure after failure, and then actually managed to get, like, it was 2 spawns around about the same time. So yeah, these are actually off 2 different parents. Two different sets of parents, and there's 2 of the Neotropolis in there as well. So one of them might be a female, hopefully. So I'll be able to introduce them into the male and see what happens. So yeah, I'll probably do that in June as well. Yeah, but everything's going well in the grow out tank. The last tank to have a look at, so the Geophagus. So yeah, still no more breeding activity off those, but yeah, they look spectacular. The Sajaca, there's the female Sajaca. Oh no, that's the male Sajaca, sorry. There's the female. So the colours in the fins on here, all the golds and yellows. And of course there's all the babies, which are just left in the tank, and they've grew on quite successfully. If I can get it to focus. So I think there's 12, there might be a few more. But yeah, they're doing really well. So it won't be too long before you'll be able to sex those. And of course the Madagascar cichlids, the dander. So yeah, they're doing well. So I've got 3 of those, so the original 2 and one of the ones that I got from Wharf last year. They are really slow growing, these. It seems to me like they haven't grown at all, but yeah, I'll have to check back over the old footage and actually see how much they have grown. I'm sure they were only about an inch and a quarter when I got them, so yeah, they must be about 3.5 inches now. Yeah, getting all the reds in the fins, fantastic. So just to have a quick look, so this is the empty tank, no heater in it. It's been running like this for a couple of months. The temperature, it will focus. So it's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what the fish room is, with no heater. So this is the tank that I was going to do, like a temperate tank. But believe it or not, I've not had any joy finding any fish to put in it. But yeah, I'll have a proper look back in, you know, when we get into June. The sponge filter needs fixing. And just below it, this is the tank that I emptied a week ago. So yeah, it just needs clearing up. Amazing how much crap gathered underneath all the rocks. So yeah, another empty 4-foot tank. It's still got the heater in it, but it's not switched on. I've still got that one in the corner that I need to empty out, do it properly and fill back up with water. So yeah, in June I've got quite a lot of space for a lot of new species. So yeah, I'll be hunting around over the summer, seeing what I can get for the fish room. Yeah, so thanks for watching. So yeah, quite a lot happened in the fish room during March. No breeding activity, which I'm a little bit disappointed with, but you know, did these things happen? Sometimes you go months and months and months without any spawns, and then everything spawns at once. I've been in the hobby that long. It's not something I'm worried about. I'm not worried that I'm not keeping the fish properly. Doing all my regular maintenance and everything. I'm not losing any fish, touch wood. So yeah, hopefully, like over the next couple of months, we will have a bit more to report. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified. Leave any comments if you've got any questions or normal comments. And I'll see you all on the next video.